Welcome back. Good morning, grade 4. Hope you all fine. So, what's going to happen if light just goes off? Like this. Can we see in the dark? Of course, the answer will going to be no. But you know what? There is some animals that can see at the dark. Not only this, but also look for their foods at night and do a lot of activities at night. They are called nocturnal animals. So I can define nocturnal animals as they are the animals that become more active at night. Okay, so we cannot see things in a dark room because we cannot see in the dark. We need light to see. But there is some animals can see at the dark and they call it as a nocturnal animals. Yes, we can hear some noise of something, small moving things through darkness, but we cannot see. Why some animals become active at night? Actually, there's many reasons. First, in hot weather, the perfect time to look for food is during the night time, when the weather becomes cool enough. Second, preys are available at night only. Maybe the kind of food this animal eat just found at night. Third, some animals depend on total darkness to hide from their prey and surprise them. So we have three reasons for why some animals become active at night. Look at this. Snake is one of these animals. But you know this? Snakes cannot see at the night, but they have the ability to sense heat using a special body parts in their faces. And this helps them to locate their prey at night through sensing their body heat. So if we want to talk about body heat, if you sit on a chair for a time or a while, then you stand up. If you touch your chair, you can feel some kind of heat. Actually, this heat is not only when you're going to some kind of sitting, but also all living organisms produce heat. And snakes have the ability to sense this heat. Number 2, bats. Bats cannot see at the dark also, but they are able to use echolocation. That's probably we know about it because of dolphins using sound waves to find their food in the dark. Okay, and this helps them to locate their prey. Owl. As we can see here in this picture, owl can rotate its head for all direction. This is terrifying. Also, owls have both the extraordinary eyesight and hearing, and they can rotate their head in all directions, so they can search for prey for everywhere, and also has a owl-shaped face and feathers in owl's head, and this helps them to detect and amplify sounds directly into their ears. That's why we also do something like this owl shape with our hands, as we can see here in this picture, the second picture we have here, this man, make his ears in the shape of owl, okay, for excellent hearing. And number 4, when animals make the noise, are hidden within grass or under snow, the strong hearing sense of the owl allow them to know their places and go for it. Can you imagine this? This is very cool about owl. So, Do you think we have some kind of special ability? Look to this. Can you explain why we flinch like this? Or why this leg is bouncing like this? Or why when you hold something very hot or tight, you move your hand very fast? The answer for all of this picture and all of these cases is reflex action that caused by something called nervous system. Nervous system. Nervous system consists of three main parts: brain, and this one, the main control center of the body, the big boss. Brain is the main control center of our body. And second, some kind of long nerves called spinal cord. And actually, the brain is connected to a group of nerves known as a spinal cord. We call it as a spinal cord. This long part that we have here that connected to the brain. And this spinal cord branches into smaller and smaller nerves which are distributed in every part in our body, which in purple color we can see here. Deal? And number three, nerves. And the job of nerves carry messages from the brain to the spinal cord and other parts of the body. Okay, some of these nerves are directly connected to the brain. There is no need for a spinal cord for them, and these organs are eyes and heart. So eyes and heart is directly connected to the brain. Okay, so let's see what's going in the nervous system in slow motion.
Your nerves are literally everywhere around here. We'll start from the most important ones, which are going through your spine and your brain. This thick cluster of nerves is called the central nervous system, or CNS. It's responsible for everything you do, from breathing to tapping your finger on the side of your smartphone while waiting until I get to the topic already. When a signal gets to the CNS in the brain from any part in the body, it sends back a command to react according to the situation. Pinch yourself now. Yeah, please do it. Ow! The place you've just pinched has a lot of neurons, just like anywhere else. When you pressed the skin, they flared up and sent the information about pain to the brain, which reacted by sending back a message that it hurt. It all happened in less than a millisecond, but the signal traveled several feet there and back. Let's go to the spinal cord now and carry out a little experiment. On the count of one, I'll sever the connections between the neurons here, and you'll see what happens. Ready? 1. See, you've just become limp from your waist down and can't feel anything in your legs. It's because your CNS can't figure out where they are. Okay, restoring the connections now. Don't worry. This is why both your brain and spinal cord are naturally protected by bones, the skull, and the vertebrae. Inside the spinal column, there's also cerebrospinal fluid, a liquid substance that protects the nerves, helps better conduct signals, and gets rid of waste.
In slow motion, the sensory organs, that's like eyes or ears or skin or nose, all of these sensory organs receive information from the environment, the surrounding environment. Then what? Then it trying to tell nervous system about it. Okay, so they use the nerves to transmit information from the sensory organs to the brain in the form of electric impulse. So I can call the messages that goes from sensory organs to the brain as electrical impulses. Okay, and we use nerves in this. So the nerves transmit information from the sensory organs and give it to the brain in the form of electrical impulses. Sensory receptors, they are nerves found in different places of the body, and they are responsible for receiving information from the surrounding. Basically, we have something called sensory organs and sensory receptors. And you know what? Both of them related to each other. And the job of both of them to collect the information from the surrounding area and transmitted to nervous system to make the body able to deal with it. Okay? And back to this picture we have here, the sensory receptor of touch, which here is a skin, send a specific signal, we call it as electric impulse, along the nerves to your brain. Tell them there is here a problem. So, processed by the brain to produce the suitable response. Another example about this. When you smell something very delicious like a pizza, you receive the information that we have here, and this smell goes to sensory receptors in your nose. Then what? Then the sensory receptors of smell that are found in the back of your nose send a specific signal along the nerve to your brain, and we call it as electrical impulse. Once the smell information reaches your brain, it starts to work on it and produce a suitable response for it. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.